Right, how's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Yeah, well, yeah, I hope you can see that, you know. Yeah, so anyway, I found out that tomorrow is Atari's Black Friday, you know. So I'm hoping that means the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection shows up in the Atari VCS store. And hopefully, you know, they give us a big discount because we've been waiting the longest to get the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection. But now it's out nearly, what, 2 or 3 weeks and everything else. So I'm gonna go to the store and see if it's there, like, you know. Yeah, so tomorrow, the 24th, no, nothing there yet, you know. So hopefully, because Atari had a big thing on Facebook, a big ad saying Atari's Black Friday starts tomorrow, Friday the 24th of November. So hopefully, you know, the Atari 50th anniversary collection shows up, you know, because it's nearly 3 weeks since it's been released. So I hope it shows up tomorrow, and that we Atari VCS fans get a big discount, you know, because we've been waiting longer than everybody else, and the Atari VCS is Atari system. So hopefully they have a bunch of other new games too, you know. Because the last game we got was Mr. Command Recharge, which is awesome. But anyway, we'll keep asking Atari, how come Night Driver was missing from the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection? Because in my opinion, Night Driver is a big part of Atari's history. It came out in 1976 in arcades. It made them a lot of money long before there was any Asteroids or Centipede. Now, I love Asteroids and Centipede, but I love Night Driver, and for some reason, Atari keep ignoring it, and I don't know why, like, you know. Because according to Wikipedia, Night Driver is still an Atari game, like, you know. But anyway, we have to wait till tomorrow to see if the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection shows up in the Atari VCS store, you know. It should, and it better be at a huge discount because we paid €40 for the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection on my Nintendo Switch. So I hope tomorrow we see it for €20 on the Atari VCS, you know. So we have to wait and see, you know. So anyway, so we'll be waiting for that. I'm going to go to Xbox Cloud Game because I got a message on my Xbox saying that Battlefield 2042 is now an Xbox Cloud Game, you know. So I'm just going to go to see if that's the case, like, you know. And if it is, that's brilliant, like, you know. Because with Xbox Cloud Gaming, you can play it for free, you know, with Xbox Game Pass and with Atari VCS, you know. And Battlefield 2042, I remember paying full price for that game when it first came out, you know, over €80, and it wasn't worth €80. And if it's on Xbox Cloud Gaming, that'd be brilliant, like, you know. No sign of it yet, so I don't know, like, you know. But say it's only a matter of time before it does show up because you have all the other Battlefield games on here. So yeah, I mean, in my opinion, Xbox Game Pass is awesome. Um, so and it's deadly. It's one of the great things about the Atari VCS. We can play Xbox games on the Atari VCS, you know. But no sign of Battlefield 2042. Even though I was just told in a message by Xbox that it's on Game Pass, but it's not. I don't see it yet, you know. But it will show up eventually, you know. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, like Battlefield 2042, it was a massive disappointment, and I felt like I got shafted by EA there, you know. That's my opinion, but we'll still play the game. It's not the worst thing ever, like, you know. And there's no sign of it here yet, you know. So I have to wait a bit longer, I guess, for Battlefield 2042 to show up. And I'm wondering what's happening with, you know, Activision, because I thought Microsoft bought them, and I thought by now we'd be seeing the Call of Duty or something Because that's the only thing that's really missing is Call of Duty. Like, we have Battlefield, we have Ghost Recon Wildlands, we got Mass Effect. The only thing that's missing is Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Because we have Doom, we have Doom, Wolfenstein, everything else. Um, so but that's the only thing that's missing. Now, if that shows up on Game Pass, that's it. Like, I can't see PlayStation competing with Xbox anymore. Like the PlayStation 5, in my opinion, I mean, it's been a huge, but for me anyway, it's been a failure because the size of the thing is huge, and we still can't get them. It's sold out everywhere. So, and that's in my opinion, PlayStation Plus. I mean, it's not worth the money, in my opinion, when compared to Game Pass. It just isn't, like. But anyway, the great thing about the Atari VCS is we could play these Game Pass games on the Atari VCS. So yeah, no sign of Battlefield 2042, even though I was told in the message that I was. But anyway, I'm gonna go to Forza Horizon 4. I love playing this on my Atari VCS, and pretty cool, like. Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow the Atari 50th anniversary collection shows up on the Atari VCS store, because Atari said it's their Black Friday, it's Atari's Black Friday tomorrow. But something, I've got a feeling that's not going to be. I just got a feeling for whatever reason, but we have to wait and see. Eventually it will show up on the Atari VCS. I mean, it's Atari's system. I mean, it makes not. I mean, the Atari VCS is fully capable of playing Atari 50th anniversary collection. It's just a matter of them releasing it. So yeah. So hopefully tomorrow we see a whole lot of games. Not just the Atari 50th anniversary collection, but a few other games too. You know. Yeah. So this is awesome playing on my Atari VCS. And that's my gamer tag name, Atari VCS. So I just want to let everyone know when I'm playing games that the Atari VCS exists. It's awesome, and I'm using it. I mean, and I haven't. The great thing about this game is that we can paint my car any way I want. I can put decals in it and stuff, and have it done up like Atari, because I love Atari. Yeah, the Atari vault, like during the Atari VCS, production was like a huge advertisement for Atari, The Atari Vault will be on the Atari VCS, And this is my favourite car here, the 1987 Pontiac Trans Am GTA, and awesome stuff. Yeah, so yeah, the Atari VCS is awesome, and playing, Xbox Cloud Gaming on it is awesome, in my opinion, And yeah, so I'm just waiting for an online race to start. I think it's a cool looking car, Like if we had the money, this is the car I'd get, And I'd do it up just like this if I could, but I don't know how. I think the cops would stop me if it was driving down the road and the car was painted like this, I don't know, is it illegal to put like Atari Vault on your car like I have? Like if I got my car and I did it up like this with Atari logos on it and stuff, if I drove down the road would the cops stop me? I think they probably would, I don't think you can paint stuff like that on your car. I don't know. Is there a law or something? I don't know, Anyway. Yeah, this is another paint job I did, I had some stuff, Yeah, the Atari Jaguar, Even though it was a failure, I had some good games, the Jaguar, Just the problem with the Jaguar was it was claiming to be a 64-bit system. Heck, even the Atari's ads were like, do the math, it's double the power of a Sega Mega Drive or a Super Nintendo. But we didn't see it. Well, we didn't see that improvement. We never seen it anyway. Uh, when you play games like Alien versus Predator and um, yeah, you can see the improvement in it, you know. But it's see we don't you know. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, the Atari Jaguar. Yeah, I mean, it just didn't deliver on its promise. You know, the main promise was this thing is 64-bit. It's way more powerful than a Super Nintendo and a Sega Mega Drive, but it wasn't. You know, I mean, it didn't show it off. You know, people were saying like Cybermorph on the Jaguar was the packing game, and it didn't look 64-bit. But like I said, it's underrated, the Jaguar, because someone it had to be the guinea pig, if you understand me, because the 3D game really started with the Jaguar. You know what I mean? They had to developers were far had to learn how to make a 3D game. They had to learn how a 3D game is meant to work, and the Jaguar was the guinea pig. All these developers figured out how to make a 3D game, And unfortunately, a lot of these games were stinkers, but developers learned to make their games better for like the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn. So unfortunately, the Jaguar was that guinea pig, But like, it's a shame, But I still like the Jaguar, Like Doom, Alien versus Predator, Atari carts. I had some good games, Tempest 2000 are all awesome games on the Jaguar, you know. And yeah, so people see my name Atari VCS there and think, well, Atari is back with Atari VCS, and yep, pretty cool. Yeah, playing Forza Horizon 4 on my Atari VCS, so it's awesome, I'm using the Atari VCS controller. Now, there's no vibration, and I have to use the controller word, but still awesome. Now, if it, I could use the Xbox Series X controller, and with that, I think there is Rumble, but I haven't used it in a long time, so I forget if there is or not. But I just feel better playing Atari VCS with the VCS controller, because, you know, and like, my car sounds sort of like a duck when it's accelerating, Uh, but, yeah, great stuff, And one of the delays with the Atari VCS was when Atari decided to upgrade the main processor, because they were going to use a Bristol Ridge processor, but they decided to delay it for the AMD Ryzen processor instead to make it more future proof. And because of that delay, it took a few more months, and people were giving out saying that this is a scam, this is just another tactic by Atari. Well, it wasn't, because if they hadn't put in the Ryzen processor, I think Xbox can have a game, it just wouldn't be possible, I don't think, Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, so awesome stuff. Even though we came last in this race, not bad, I still have fun playing the game. Uh, uh, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So like I said, hopefully tomorrow, uh, the the Atari 50th anniversary celebration shows up on the Atari VCS Star, like, you know. So yeah, yeah. The Atari VCS is awesome, and yeah, awesome. Yeah, no son of Battlefield 2042 because was using my Xbox there a few minutes ago. I got a message saying that it's now available on cloud gaming, but it's not yet. So I don't know, like, you know. But I say it will be eventually, you know. Because you have all the other Battlefield games, you know. So it's only a matter of time before Battlefield 2042 shows up. Like I said, the only thing that's missing from Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, is Call of Duty. If it gets that, then that's it. Like, Sony can't compete, and I think the Switch is going to suffer too because the Switch doesn't have Call of Duty at all. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, real stuff. Yeah, we prefer Forza Horizon 4 over 5 because Forza Horizon 4 is team racing, whereas in Forza Horizon 5 you're on your own. So at least in Forza Horizon 4, if you're bad at the game like me, if you're in a team, you have a chance of getting somewhere, you know. But it doesn't happen all the time, you know. It's certainly Call of Duty. Forza, if you're on the winning team, you're gonna win. If you're on a losing team, you're gonna lose. And it's the same thing with Forza Horizon 4. It doesn't matter how good you do. You know, sometimes you just come dead last, like me, like, you know. You know, even though I'm doing my best and dead last nearly, you know, but still enjoy the game and I love this car, like, you know, and, you know, I'm loyal, you know, that's me, you know. I'm loyal to the things that I love, you know. Like Pontiac, the American car manufacturer, they made the Trans Am GTA 87. Even though I'm Irish, I love that American the American car manufacturer, you know. I love this car and I'm loyal. I don't care what other people say, you know. Uh, you know, you know. Yeah, just like Call of Duty, if you're playing with people that are just dickheads, you can't do anything about it. You know, I mean, that's just the way it is, like, you know. So just play the game, enjoy it, and I don't like talking to people. People think I'm some sort of unfriendly, grumpy bastard, but I just want to play the game. I don't want to talk to anyone. You know what I mean? That's the thing, you know. You know, I just want to play the game for a few minutes and go on with my life. I don't want to talk to anybody. That's me. We'll never use a headset, you know. Because there's a lot of weirdos out there online. And so, unfortunately, look, if you're playing online with a bunch of your friends, that you know, and so that's no problem. But there's always someone listening, you know what I mean? Because this is all online, like, you know. So anyway, we lost that race. Like I said, if you're on the losing team, you're gonna lose. If you're on the winning team, you're gonna win. It doesn't matter how good you do. You know? That's just my experience, you know. You know, but still a good game. And look, I'm loyal to my car. I don't care what anyone else says, you know. If they don't like the way it looks or whatever, it's me, you know. I love this car, you know. Yep. Like, this car was using white rider, you know. Gosh, you know, so awesome. Uh, so just look at those graphics, you know. Like Forza Horizon 4, you know, it's awesome, you know. And I think that's more advanced than that on the Switch, in my opinion. You know, so, people say it's just streaming, but it still looks awesome. And the entire VCS has to have the power to do this, and it does. You know what I'm saying? Some people are saying that the Atari VCS is less powerful than the Switch. Well, is it? Look, look at this game here, Forza Horizon 4, Forza Horizon 5. If the VCS is capable of playing these games, even though it's streaming, does that make it less powerful or more powerful? I think it makes it more powerful. You know, in my opinion. You know. But anyway, yeah, awesome stuff. You know, look, I said I'm loyal. You know, I'm loyal to Atari. I'm loyal to Pontiac. I'm just loyal to the things that I love, and that's me. Like, you know, I don't like changing my car. That's me. You know, people say that's a weakness. I don't think it is. You know what I mean? That's me. So that lasts again. So it doesn't matter how well you. That's my experience, and that's my opinion. You know, I'm going to do my best here, but it's not good enough. But like I said, I'm not going to change my car. I don't care what anyone else says. You know. Anyway, you know, after a while, you get frustrated. Just play something else. You know, that's the thing. You know, because I've heard people like they're getting so pissed off that they throw their controller at the screen and they break their TV and their controller. So these games can piss you off. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know. You know, the frustration factor, you know, because it doesn't matter how well you do, like, you're just gonna. Like, me, I'm doing my best here. I'm not a professional driver or anything like that. You know what I mean? So fuck it, you know. Like, I think it's down to the people that make these games to make them fun for everybody. To make sure that no one gets frustrated, but that's impossible to do, to be honest with you, you know. Because people change all the time. You know what I mean? People can be happy and sad and then angry and mellow all in like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the human beings are very fucking unpredictable. You know what I mean? That's just the way we are. Like, you know, so it's impossible for a developer to get it right. You know, all the time. But, you know, I'm going to do my best here, but and this is 3 laps, and this is going to be a long 3 laps. You know, so what do I want? You know, like I said, I don't want to pick the same car that everyone else does. I want to pick the car that I love. I want to do it the way I want to do it. That's what I like, you know. Uh, like this car, the Pontiac Trans Am, it's not really equipped to drive in the snow, but I don't care. Like, you know, I like it. Anyway, so cause like, if we was driving a Trans Am in the snow in real life, it'd be just like this, I'd say, you know, which which is awesome, I guess. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, look, I'm saying is people, like, these are games, you know, they might be played for a few minutes or an hour or so. Have fun. Don't take it too seriously, and just enjoy the game. You know. And if you are getting frustrated like I am right now, just quit and play something else. Like, you know. Yeah. Well, yeah, the Atari VCS is awesome. I think it has a long future ahead of it, you know, because it's delivering on its promises, and those promises are retro gaming, modern gaming, AAA gaming. You can do all those things on your Atari VCS. You know, it's an Linux Mini PC. You know what I mean, and it does what it says it does on the box. You know what I mean. Whereas with the Jaguar, it says on the box, on the system, 64-bit interactive multimedia system, which it wasn't. I mean, the Jaguar CD didn't come out till like 1995, but then the Jaguar was dead. So in 1995, yes, it was a multimedia system because it could play CDs, like music CDs, Jaguar CD games, and cartridge games, but by then it was too late. And the Jaguar was too expensive, you know. And I say this about the Atari VCS. The major problem was its price. You know, €400 is a bit expensive. The Atari should have released it at 200. You know. Well, anyway, but apart from that, the Atari VCS delivers on its promises. you know, and it has the Atari Recharge games, Atari Mania, all the indie games, and we've been told on Facebook that like by indie devs that they have a lot more games, coming out on the Atari VCS. So it's far from dead, people, you know, and so anyway, but thankfully the two other fellas on my team, one on the red team, first and second. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you come last, if you're in a team with good jurors, you have a chance of getting something out. You know, I'm sure they're probably thinking about, geez, that Atari VCS guy is shite, like, but I'm doing my best, like, you know. And that's all you can do is do your best and have fun. That's it. You know. So anyway, this car just isn't equipped for the snow, like, the Trans Am GTA, So anyway, yeah. So yeah, but yeah, it's not a question that was like, is the Atari VCS more powerful than the Switch? Or is it less powerful? Because like back in the day, we went by bits, if you know what I mean. Like the NES was 8-bit, then you had the Sega Mega Drive was 16-bit, then you had the Jaguar, which came out of nowhere, 64-bit, then you had the 3DO, which was 32-bit. So, okay, so today's systems don't go by bits, So what do they go by? That makes them more, like you have the Atari VCS, Xbox Series X, you have the PlayStation 5, you have the Switch, And then you have systems like the arcade and stuff like that. And the Intellivision Amico, if it ever comes out, which is the most powerful system. Well, people would say that the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X are the two most powerful consoles you can get, But I'd say that because we could play Xbox games on the Atari VCS, yeah, I think that makes it more powerful. Even though it's streaming the games, which is what its main purpose is. It streams games, it streams Netflix, it streams Disney Plus, streaming. It's a streaming Linux mini PC. So they're my questions anyway. Yeah. So it's awesome the Atari VCS, and I'm gonna go back to the dashboard and awesome stuff, Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I hope everyone has a good day out there. So hopefully tomorrow on the Atari VCS store we'll see the Atari 50th anniversary collection. But before I go, I'm going to show you another game that I love on Andstream, Night Driver. The 1976 arcade classic. But like I said, this is definitely an Atari game, So why Atari are ignoring it, I don't know. Maybe they just don't like the game that much, but they should make the fans happy like me, because I'm not the only one that likes Night Driver. You know what I mean? Major Havoc is after showing up with other games, but here's Night Driver, 1976, an Atari arcade classic. Drove to the streets at night with Orange and White reflectors as a guide. Like, this is awesome in my opinion, Uh, this is a game of maximum concentration, Um, you have more time in the arcade version, but there's no other cars, and there's no trees or houses. Whereas with the 2600 version, there's other cars to avoid, and there's houses and there's trees. but the car can't go as fast, and you only have 90 seconds. You know, but it's an awesome game, and for some reason Atari keep ignoring this game. Um, but fair play to them, they did bring it out on ad stream eventually. Uh, and that's only because we kept at them. You know what I mean? Because with the Atari Vault, when the Atari VCS first came out, and the Atari Vault, the arcade version of Nitro was missing. And I said, look, after releasing the Atari VCS, and the VCS Vault is awesome, but why is Nitro missing the arcade version? And they said, oh, sorry about that. And then within a week or so later, it shows up on ad stream, which is what I'm playing at the moment. But this is a brilliant game, you know. And some people can get the scores of 300 or something, which is insane. I'm doing my best here, you know. And the great thing about ad stream, there's a leaderboards, and you can see where you are on the leaderboard and stuff. But I have some stuff, like, you know. New driver. Like, I kept asking Atari, like, is there going to be a new driver recharge? And for a while, like, they were teasing something, but nothing happened. Like, so I don't know what's happening now. That's a new driver, like, an all-time classic. And I hope Atari bring out new driver recharge, because it deserves it, in my opinion. Because this came out in 1976, long before Asteroids, Missile Command, and Centipede. Now, look, I love those games also, but this is the one that I really love, you know, Night Driver. And so, anyway, I hope everyone has a great day, okay? Take care, bye bye.